Gotta investigate and all. I'm gonna see if there's any other...
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind. That's all for the moment, thank you.
Alright, so there won't be anything back there much. I guess I could call my chief. It wouldn't be a good idea to call my chief and say, "Sir, they're trying to plot to kill me." I'm just kind of curious what the chief's even gonna fucking say to that. Chief, I call you when I need you most, and you're not there. Why can't you be there when I most need you, Chief? Why can't you be there? Okay. Went on that way. On through. Let's try the building. And back out. Out further in. A little pub bar. I'll take my time because Ryan's gonna be indecisive. That's really what I'm doing. Let's see.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Let's talk about it.
Did you know Kate Vine was a prime candidate?
No.
I love these talks
Feedback
we
later
have.
on, if that's okay.
Alright. I know where I need to go, but I'm making my way downtown. If Ryan can be a quick thinker, he could stop me right here, right now. Was that just lightning? Let's go talk to these two, because I haven't.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
You know what to talk about.
How do you think you'd have reacted if you'd found out that Kate had been chosen to be prime candidate?
Is that... was she?
I'm just asking how you think you'd react.
I don't know. I wouldn't react in any way, really. I'm not bothered. I don't think she was, though.
What makes you think that?
Well, it's just an impression I got. You know, she's a bit flaky, to be honest. She's just not really prime candidate material.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Do you know whether Kate was in the running to be prime candidate or not?
I don't, but I do think she would have been chosen. Just because she was, you know, Kate.
You didn't discuss it with Kate?
No. No, she never talked about this.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
We're probably coming to the end of our journey here. Train's off to the Atlas building. It's key end of the woods. I still hope this game is a crazy ending. I want every FMV game ever to have like the most over-the-top insane ending it possibly could be. I think that's just something which I want out of FMV games. There you go from there. Going to the right clear. Oh, here's something actually is happening again.
Prove to me that you're man enough to do this, Kyle, and then you can deal with that ridiculous police inspector.
What is this? What the hell? Scotland Yard, not hell. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Inspector. What are you doing here?
Inspecting. So, come on. Let's have it.
I don't think you'd understand, Inspector. The best thing that you can do is turn around, go away, and leave us to it.
Knife.
What?
That knife gives me a perfect right to stick my nose in, investigate, and interfere.
This is all part of the Atlas course. It's a physical endurance exercise.
Drop the knife. The knife, Kyle!
Kyle. Drop it! Drop it.
Not looking 100% brilliant for you, Ryan.
Well, please, Inspector, you've poked your nose into Atlas's affairs enough times to know that imaginative flair is part of the course's success. Our lessons are reinforced by a unique emotional experience.
Terror?
It's an extremely evocative tool.
Well, it's a good job you're not in charge of the national curriculum.
Now look, Inspector, I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're thinking. But believe me, Atlas had nothing to do with the deaths of those people.
Eyewitness account of a satanic sacrifice in the woods. That's not what we call circumstantial evidence, Ryan.
Simon. Now, I saw Simon walking home with Kate last Friday after the meeting. Now, Simon had some strange idea that he was in the running to become prime candidate. Well, a knob of butter has more chance of becoming prime minister. Oh, wait.
So are you telling me that
Simon killed her? Well, it seems reasonable. It's likely, isn't it?
any more likely than you, Ryan? Pig! I know. Police brutality.
It's all right. Are you okay?
Ryan claimed they saw Simon walking around Kate's home last Friday night. Well, okay. Gonna be heading around these parts. Atlas grounds.
Damn.
With
I suppose it was too much to hope that Ryan had left the place open.
yeah, I guess so. Back to the woods. Through the woods I go. I'll check this area out just in case. I know who we need to do. We need to ask Simon about the stuff. I feel like neither Ryan or Simon are the actual culprit. They might have parts in this, but they seem too obvious. Yep.
A few more questions, please.
Hey. Are you a killer?
What would you say if I said it's been suggested that you were seen walking home with Kate after Atlas last Friday?
What? By who?
The same person who suggested that you wanted Kate out of the picture because you found out she was in the running to be prime candidate.
Who said that?
Just a question.
I didn't think I was in the running. It was Ryan, wasn't it?
I am in no position to say.
It was Ryan.
Simon, calm down.
No, I can prove it. Kate's driving license, give it to me.
Why?
Kate's driving license, please. See that pattern on the tape there? Let me show you something. See this pattern? Now look at that. It's the same pattern. This has come from the same roll of tape as this. So there's only one person that's taped like that. Ryan. He gave me this piece of tape when I was in his office once. Why has Kate's driving license got a piece of Ryan's tape on it?
I have no idea, Simon.
Where did you find it?
Oh, by the lake.
It's obvious, isn't it? Ryan was testing her. He was doing a boundary test to see how much she would do, how far she would go to be a prime candidate. But it all went wrong. Okay, it's one of the things we do at the course, right? You give something that's important to you to someone else, then they go and hide it somewhere. It's to teach you to not be bothered when you lose something that's important to you, all right? Kate gives her driving license to Ryan. Ryan goes and hides it somewhere down the lake. Kate finds out, she goes down looking for it, probably drunk, and she falls in.
I'm afraid I find that a bit far-fetched, Simon.
It makes perfect sense if you know anything at all about how Atlas
But
works.
Simon, if you got the tape from Ryan, Kate could have got it from him.
He told me he doesn't lend it out.
He lent it to you.
But I didn't kill her! Do a lab test on the card. His DNA will be all over it.
And what if yours is all over it?
It won't be. I didn't kill her. I'm sorry. Just give me a minute. I need some painkillers.
But aren't you allergic? Simon! There was a few contradictions right here. You also knew nothing about the driver's license.
Where did he go in such a hurry? Is he trying to act as suspiciously as possible?
I'm not done here. And he took a key piece of evidence there, I know.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Let's ask around about this.
Did Simon mention walking home with anyone after the meeting last Friday?
No, he just came home. Why?
He didn't mention walking home with Kate.
No, definitely not.
Have you seen this anywhere before?
I've seen it somewhere, but can't remember. Sorry, no.
Alright.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Gonna go around here a little bit to ask questions before I head into the woods. I noticed the storm clouds collecting. To the pub. Nobody in the bar restaurant? Didn't think so. Almost never is. Alright, let's talk to good old Rebecca.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Have you seen patterned tape like this anywhere before?
Oh, Ryan's got some. I know because I borrowed it.
When was that?
A couple of months ago?
Have you still got it?
I don't think so. I haven't seen it since then.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Going on out. I don't think I can talk to the dad. The dad kind of wants me dead. You walk over this way.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
About these things.
Do you know how well Simon knew Kate?
Not really.
Did you ever see them together?
So why do you think he killed her?
I've no idea. Do you think he'd be capable of that?
Do you think we're all capable of it?
No, I don't.
Sure. So you've never been in your police car responding to an incident? Driven past a school at high speed?
Don't know. Maybe.
Well, you've answered your own question then. When you've got a need and things get in your way, it's human nature to either ignore them or get rid of them. Any way you can. That's all murder is, isn't it?
Maybe you're right. Ever seen tape like this anywhere before?
No.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
I love how chipper he sounds whenever he says the end messages, no matter how serious the conversation was beforehand. It's like, oh, see you later, chap. Good chap. And I'm like, oh. Anyway, it's time to teleport ourselves back in front of the woods. Ta-da! Time to actually go into the woods. Because those are definitely... Simon's definitely lying to us. To what extent? We're about to find out. Apparently this town is a town full of professionally trained liars and crooks. I bet he opened up the Atlas building, actually. No? Where did he go then? That's honest. I guess the only other place I could think of is behind the pub. Or maybe the greenhouse or something, but that means he's probably hidden one of the corners of the world if he's not, like, here. Emma's an awful liar, we can all agree with that. So you like hiding behind the pub? Didn't think so. I don't know, it wouldn't make much sense, but still though. Through and through. Behind the house? Guess not. The only place which I can think of is the greenhouse. Will he really be by the greenhouse though? Would there be a reason for him to be behind the greenhouse? No. Am I supposed to be finding someone's contradiction? That's probably what I'm supposed to be doing, actually. Yeah, I don't see Simon anywhere. No, Atlas building's still locked. I already checked. Could have also skipped town. That's definitely a possibility. Gotta check out the goddamn phone. Chief, I know you don't love me anymore, but please, I need a clue. oh, here we go.
Oh, just as it gets to the good bit, great. Go on, Jenks.
So, where to start? Paul admitted that they do use threshold testing. Apparently they get a wedge of cash from various companies in exchange for each prime candidate they produce.
Interesting.
Also, I met Ryan and some of his friends in the woods in the middle of some sort of occult ceremony. I have no idea what they were doing, but it did not look good. But Ryan insisted that Simon walked Kate home after the meeting last Friday. He's claiming Simon killed her.
And what does Simon say?
He doesn't agree, not surprisingly. He says it was Ryan, because of something to do with a piece of tape stuck to Kate's driving license, which Simon claims belonged to Ryan. Claims it was Ryan who was testing Kate by sticking the driving license to a tree in the woods in the dark and telling Kate to get it, knowing she'd fall in. And no, before you ask, it doesn't make any sense to me either.
Right, so basically Simon says Ryan was testing her and Ryan says Simon was testing her. Well, either one of them is lying or neither of them are. And nobody was testing anybody.
I suppose that's always a possibility.
Wouldn't surprise me, Jenks. Well, I don't know. I can't help you. But you're as close as you're going to get. Just check everything that everyone's said. Go through everyone's statements. The answer's in there somewhere. Call me back when there's some good news, eh? Preferably a confession.
Well, if I can get one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chief.
Good night.
Wise words there, Chief. But who's lying about what? It'd have to be a piece of evidence we just got, so let's compare. Rebecca, you're first.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Ryan had some parent sticky tape. Last saw the tape approximately 2 months ago. I don't remember her talking about tape ever. And there's only like 3 people we can talk to right now. I mean, who can we really talk to at the moment? We can talk to James, we can talk to Rebecca, we can talk to Emma. The others are missing. So it's one of those 3. So it has to be one of the 3 of them is lying or contradicting something. I asked some parents sticky tape last. I don't recall her ever mentioning tape. It has to be about the clues we just got, since that'd be the only way that it would exist here. Oh wait, she does have it for the window, doesn't she? Right, she did put tape on the windows. Let's see, where did she mention that? About the broken windows, you're right. Let's see. There we go. Taped over broken window, making it safer. Last saw approximately 2 months ago. That is a contradiction. I was actually just thinking that right when you had said. I was like, wait a second.
Aha. You last saw that sticky tape 2 months ago. Is that correct?
Yes.
So how come you used it last week to tape over the broken window outside? That's the same tape.
Well, I must have been mistaken.
You see, the reason I'm asking is that it's exactly the same tape that was found attached to Kate's driving license, found at the scene. The tape that only Ryan has. Ryan, and of course, you.
So what are you saying?
Who's got the tape now? Do you know where it is?
No. No, I don't know where it is. Why are you asking me about this tape?
You seem nervous, Rebecca. Is there a problem?
Well, you're practically accusing me of having something to do with that woman's murder, aren't you?
I wasn't accusing you of anything, Rebecca. Unless there's something you'd like to tell me.
No, I wouldn't like to tell you anything.
Okay, well, that's fine. Obviously, we'll be swabbing everyone in the area for DNA, so if anything comes up on Kate's license, DNA traces.
What'll come up? Nothing will come up. Right, I've had enough. I've got to get back.
Rebecca! Would you like to explain to me exactly what is going on?
Which bit? The fact that some leggy bitch was trying to steal my husband?
I think you had better tell me what you know, Rebecca.
Okay. You want to know what I know? Kate Vine seduced my husband and was going to blackmail him. Not only did she sleep with him, that whore did it just for his money, our money.
How did you work that out?
I heard her. I knew it was her arguing with Emma Bowman. Emma was trying to talk her out of it.
And how did she come to be at the lake?
She dropped that driving license thing when she came in. She was drunk. She dropped her bag. I took it out to the woods and stuck it over the lake. Then I waited for her. When she came out, I told her where it was, that someone had just run off into the woods with it.
You led her to the lake.
She was reaching out over the lake to get it. I didn't do anything, she just fell in.
But you let her drown.
It was dark, I couldn't see anything, I couldn't help her.
Really? Did you try, Rebecca?
Well, it was too late. She was just flapping about in the water. It was pathetic, she was making these gurgling sounds.
And what did you do?
I got a big stick. I just pushed her down with it until she stopped. Well, she was dead anyway. What did it matter?
You killed her, Rebecca.
But she slept with my husband.
She didn't, Rebecca.
What do you mean?
You got the wrong girl.
Who? Emma. It was Emma.
Rebecca Rand, I am arresting you for the murder of Kate Vine. You do not have to say anything, but anything you do say may be taken down and will be used in evidence against you. Do you understand?
Yes.
So, it appears that Kate Vine's death was a tragic case of mistaken identity. But there are some loose threads here. What was Ryan doing with Kyle and that girl in the woods? What if I hadn't interrupted? And what really happened to Liam last year? It seems I've only scratched the surface of Atlas and the Rand business empire. Trying to find out about Paul Rand's past is like peering into dense fog. He gives nothing away and covers his tracks with military efficiency. However, what is known is that Paul Rand has a lot of connections in high places, politicians, celebrities, business leaders. Perhaps James Wilson's ideas weren't too wide of the mark after all. I get the feeling there's still a lot more to learn about the Rand business empire.
You're going to have to excuse us. Atlas is closed for the moment, but we'll be open again very soon. Thank you for your interest.
Not quite the crazy ending I was going for. Is there another ending? Or... because we did find who killed her, but that's still too many open plot threads, isn't it? Yay. I mean, there was a few things that showed there at the very end, but yeah, I still like the game, though. A little more research. It was enjoyable. A little bit simple, but alright. It is what it is. It looks like there's more endings. Maybe I'll look in just a moment. If there is, I'll go for them right now, but if not, then yeah. I do like the music playing right now, though. Maybe we need to find some more contradictions to make more ending possibilities. Because there are too many loose ends here. I mean, yes, we found the killer, but... yeah. The fuck was that scene of them high-fiving? What? Oh. Dead people. Alright, so yep, sequel bait. We hope you enjoyed playing Contradiction. This was an experimental independent game made on a tiny budget. If you like it, please leave a review of the game and make yourself heard. Your support is vital if we are to raise funding for a sequel. So I guess it was sequel bait. I would play it. I like this well enough. I'd play a sequel. It's only 12 a.m. What? Why am I back here? Am I supposed to do something? I can no longer go inside the pub. Why am I still playing? Okay. So I'll look around a little bit. So... And the pub's no longer open, since I guess we just arrested her, and we do have the sticky tape and all that already, so... Let's make save game 2. Yeah. I guess it's time to look around a little bit. See what's behind here. Head back to the lane. Let's go out this way. Nothing there, really. Up to the farm. James. I'm investigating. Negatory, Captain. I mean, this is the town after we arrested her, so... what's going on there? Let's just be freely able to wander around. Wandering around simulator. Okay. We'll take the down road a few times. There we are. Ring the door.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Maybe we can call out some more contradictions here or something.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Let's hunt a little bit more. I'm gonna head this way. See what I can see. Behind the pub, maybe? You're right. Maybe call the chief. He did say he wanted to hear us after the confession. So sure, that is true. The chief did say call him after the confession. So sure, I'll check. I'll call you, chief. Give me a second. Going this way. I'm gonna call the chief. Chief, I'm good. Murder. You never respond, Chief, when I need you most! Okay, let's leave it there. Yeah. Off I go. Was that light always on? The one to the right? There are a few lights that just remember being on. Nah, doesn't seem like much. Let's go here. Right, Lodge. Emma's no longer even here? Why is James here then? If James is the only person here, then it's obviously has to do with him, because he's the only one that's, like, here at all. I'll see if there's anything I've missed over him in just a sec once I'm done looking over here. Let's go through the woods. Go to the right clearing. Sure. Can't. James is the only person we can talk with. That has to be important for some reason. Let's travel where James is. James, you're literally the only person that we can talk to.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
So it has to be you. There's no one else here. Let's see. Can't remember the last time I saw Kate. Knew Kate through Simon's girlfriend, Emma. Didn't socialize. So if you guys can help, pay attention. See if there's any contradictions that we can see with anything that James has said, because James is literally the only person we can talk with. Can't remember the last time we saw Kate. Knew Kate through Simon's girlfriend, Emma. Didn't socialize with her. Doesn't know if Kate had lost the license. I mean, there's so many loose ends here. Where the fuck did Ryan go off to? Where the fuck was that cult thing he was doing? Where the fuck did Simon go? And there's things like what happened to Liam last year. What the fuck is up with the room in the mirrors and the thing that's in there? And anyways, let's see. So I know there's only one end, but it has to be saying it's contradicted. Doesn't know if Kate has lost the license. Didn't know about Simon's bike. Last saw Simon about a month ago. Traded his herbal tea for Simon's homebrew. Says Simon's homebrew is very strong. Doesn't recognize the card or necklace. Let's see. Doesn't know anything about the broken window. Hasn't been to the pub for over 2 months. Doesn't recognize the mask. Doesn't know anything about the argument. Has seen the poster at the college. Knows Simon's on the Atlas course. Hasn't discussed the course with Simon. Makes black scrying mirrors. Mirrors just one way of scrying. Scrying practice for various reasons. Only makes the mirrors for others. Sells the mirrors but doesn't make a profit. Was in Liam's year but a different course. James's degree is in plant science. Read about Liam after he killed himself. Met Liam. That's okay. 3 fingers symbol used in Satanism. Hasn't seen anyone local using the symbol. Never heard the phrase before. Packet contains mint leaves. Won some cockery competitions. Alright. Uses salvia for meditation. Doesn't grow any other drugs. Sold salvia to Liam. Third Eyes were a local cold and slave chairs. Claims Third Eye killed Liam. Never went to Third Eye meeting. Doesn't grow any other drugs, but that's not completely true because he grows poppy pods. No, I guess not. Okay. Doesn't know anything about the doll burning. Auto-hypnosis is used as another name for scrying. Scrying possible without mirrors. Sold a scry mirror to Kate Levine last year. Doesn't recognize the bag. Doesn't recognize the foes or car. Lisa's visited the farm a few times, saying Lisa thought the devil was after her. Consultant repaired his laptop. Doesn't think the consultant lives locally. Has never seen the key ring. Poppy pods used for decoration. Selling the pods to pensioners. Never extracted opium from the pods. Pods from a friend who didn't want them. Doesn't know how well Simon knew Kate. Thinks everyone is capable of murder. Doesn't recognize the tape. I didn't immediately spot any.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
No contradictions there. Ah, well. So, for the moment, this has been Dusk on Like AestheticGamer. I hope you guys enjoy it, and catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching the video. I'd very much appreciate if you take a moment to consider donating to my Patreon, which I am using to try and make this more of a livelihood, not just for missed game videos, but little games to make my own time, and to bring different types of videos to the channel. You can find the link for my Patreon in the description below, or in the video, obviously. If you'd be interested in seeing me recording gameplay videos and doing other things live, I stream quite regularly and record almost all my gameplay over at a site called Hitbox TV on my channel. You can also see that in the video currently. Hope you enjoyed the video, and adieu.